Hello, this is the luckiest maths teacher in the world. Thank you so much for tuning into this video in which we will look at completing the square. So this is another non-factorization method. We're going to use this to solve quadratic equations without factorizing. So when we complete the square, we want to write the quadratic in this. This is called turning point form. It's called turning point form because the negative of this value and this value make the turning point. So this is all about rewriting quadratics like these so they look like a perfect square, so they're written in this form. Now let's digress a bit. If I expand x plus h all squared, I get this. So when I have a quadratic that is a perfect square, notice the middle coefficient is double the number here, and the constant term is just this number squared. So how's that going to help us? Well, let's look at this one, x squared plus 6x plus 4. I want to write this as a perfect square. So I know that if I write it as x plus 3 all squared, I will get these two terms correct. Why did I choose 3 of all numbers? Because it's half of 6. The problem is if I expand x plus 3 all squared, I'm going to get x squared plus 6x plus 9. I don't get x squared plus 6x plus 4. As I said before, the first two terms are right, but the last one's not. But I can fix that quite easily. I can just add in a 9 here, as long as I balance it out by taking a 9 away here. So this here is a perfect square. It's x plus 3 all squared. And then outside the brackets, I've just got 4 minus 9. So it turns out x squared plus 6x plus 4 is exactly the same as x plus 3 squared minus 5. So 4 minus 9 gives me negative 5. So I've got x plus 3 all squared minus 5 equals 0. So how can I use this to solve this quadratic equation? What I'm going to actually do is use difference of two squares. I've got a square minus, difference means minus, a square. So the way we factorize using difference of two squares, we get two brackets going. So we square root the first thing. So the square root of x plus 3 squared is just x plus 3. And then we square root the second. So square root of 5, I'm just going to write as root 5. And then one bracket gets a plus between them, one gets a minus. So here we can solve this using the null factor law. If this first bracket equals 0, x would be negative 3 minus the square root of 5. And over here, it would be negative 3 plus the square root of 5. So I can just write it as negative 3 plus or minus the square root of 5. They're the two solutions. Negative 3 plus root 5, negative 3 minus root 5. Kind of looks like what we would have got using the quadratic formula. So this here is an alternative to the quadratic formula. It's probably a bit more complicated, but it's useful if we want to, say, graph a parabola. It gives us the turning point form. All right, let's try it on this one here. So when you have a non-monic quadratic and you want to use completing the square, your first step is you have to take out the factor of whatever the coefficient of x squared is. So here it can get a bit messy because 2 doesn't go into 7 evenly. Now what I'm going to do is use completing the square on just what's in the brackets here. So I want it to be 2x plus or minus something in here squared. And then I'm going to have to add or subtract something at the end. That's what I'm going for here. So what number goes in here? Well, remember we showed from before our trick, this number is going to be half the coefficient of x. So it's going to be positive 1. But then, of course, we have a problem. If I expand x plus 1 all squared, I get x squared plus 2x plus 1. I don't get x squared plus 2x plus 7 over 2. So to compensate, what I have to do is add 1 here and then take 1 away. This here is x plus 1 all squared. So what I'm left with here is 7 over 2 minus 1, which is 5 over 2. But because there's this 2 outside the brackets, 2 times 5 over 2 will just give me positive 5. So the number that goes in here is positive 5. So let's say I now wanted to solve this equation. Well, I knew what to do before because it was the difference of two squares, square minus a square. But here it's like the sum of two squares. We have a square here and we have a square there. We actually can't factorize the sum of the two squares. So when you get a positive outside the brackets like this, there is actually no solution. In fact, we could check that really easily using the discriminant here. The discriminant would be b squared 16 minus 4 by 2 by 7. You'd get 16 minus 56. A negative discriminant confirms that there is no solution. So you can only use completing the square to find a solution when the thing outside the brackets, outside the perfect square, is a negative. All right, thank you so much for tuning into this video. This has been the luckiest maths teacher in the world. Have a great day.